of the universe, maker and provider of all things. We thank you for creating this wonderful opportunity to celebrate these remarkable men and women. We ask for your spirit to be present as the graduates grace the stage. We also ask for your guidance and protection as they progress in their respective fields and embark on different journeys. Please allow your divine will to be their guiding light and provide them with daily reminders of all the love, support, encouragement, and sacrifices from family and friends. We pray these words in your name, God. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you, Ms. Hatcher and Mr. Toby Daughtery. We actually ask that Ms. Hatcher please come back to the stage. We would actually like to give you a token of our appreciation as you have beautifully sang the national anthem 2 years in a row for our university, and we just want to say thank you. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 2022 Little Rock Area Commencement Ceremony for Webster University. Congratulations to our 2022 graduates, and welcome to your family and friends. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate this important milestone of these graduates' achievements. To the faculty who have taught you and the staff who have supported you and organized today's ceremony, and to the many volunteers, we say thank you. We offer special thanks to Mr. Tracy Steele for taking time out of his busy schedule to help celebrate your accomplishments. At this time, I would like to call U.S. Army retired veteran and Southwest Region Academic Advisor, Mark Shannon, to the podium for special student recognition.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be back live in Little Rock, right? All right, I have an honor to do this presentation. We want to take a moment to recognize our graduates who have achieved the distinction of graduating with honors. Over the course of their studies, they have maintained at least a 3.95 grade point average. Will all of our honor graduates please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Now, the author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, said, "The price of freedom is eternal vigilance." It is an honor to stand on behalf of the faculty and staff of the Webster University Little Rock area campuses to recognize the vigilance of the men and women who have sworn an oath to protect our freedom. Our gift to the military servicemen and women is an honor cord in red, white, and blue. President Ronald Reagan explained the representation of these colors. Red for courage and readiness to sacrifice, white for pure intentions and high ideals, and blue for vigilance and justice. We thank you for exemplifying these characteristics. Please stand to be recognized. As all of our graduates prepare for the next step in your lives, I leave you with one additional quote from General George S. Patton, Jr. "Accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory." Thank you and congratulations.
It is an honor for me to introduce our commencement speaker for today. Former Senator Tracy Steele of North Little Rock has spent his entire life in public service. As a senator, he was responsible for several key bills that are now law. One of his proudest achievements was the funding and completion of the State Capitol Monument, which is dedicated to the Little Rock Nine and the Civil Rights Movement. During his tenure in the Arkansas Senate, Steele was elected Senate Majority Leader of the 86th General Assembly, the first African American to be elected to the position. In 2006, Steele founded two private ventures, including Stand News, a publication focused on issues affecting the Black community, and the Stand Foundation, Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to leadership development for young adults across Arkansas. You know, me personally, I was a part of the Stand Foundation, and I graduated as a leader from that program, but also had the privilege to travel across Arkansas with Senator Steele and all of our staff to train over 1,000 leaders in the last 10 years. So I'm very proud of that. He is the former executive director of the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. He serves on the Northern Rock School Board, the Board of Trustees at Baptist Health, and is a member of Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Steele currently serves as the director of the Arkansas Health Services Permit Agency. Senator Tracy Steele holds a degree in political science from Rice University in Houston, Texas, and completed government school at Duke University. He and his wife, Cassandra, have one daughter, Simone, and one son, Tracy. Please help me welcome Senator Tracy Steele.
Thank you, Toby. I am definitely glad to be here on this very special occasion. I see a few graduates where I was at your last graduation, and you keep moving up. I want you to give all of our graduates another round of applause. You know, Toby's a good friend of mine. We've been through a lot together. He has always been the kind of guy who could get things done. When we worked together for a time, I knew if I really needed something done, I could call on Toby Daughtery. He's a leader in his own right. He's an overcomer. I really have appreciated his friendship and his fellowship throughout the years. You know, he gets things done, but when Kobe will call on you, sometimes he talks a little fast. And he called me one day. He said, hey, Tracy, I hadn't heard from him for a few weeks. He said, Tracy, how you doing? I'm doing fine. He said, Tracy, do you believe in free speech? I said, absolutely. He said, good, I want you to come give one. I am elated to be here. I've just heard so much about her since she took over the helm here. I won't embarrass her by letting you know how long I have known her, but I want to honor and thank Dr. Rhodes for her leadership. Give her a round of applause. I've known her long enough to say I am proud of Dr. Rhodes. Thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you so much to the staff, board members, and all of you who have come. I'm excited not only to be here at this graduation, but I understand the last couple of years you did this virtually. And those individuals, because of COVID, were not able to be here. So I thank God we have the opportunity today to be here in person. The pictures are better when you're here in person. When you think about what you have accomplished, and I always, when I speak at commencement services, I speak to the graduates primarily. When you think about what you have accomplished, what you've done is you're at the point now where you have mastered your education. You're masters of your education. With that comes a sense of purpose. With that comes a sense of responsibility. But also, with that comes a keen understanding of complex situations, accomplished academia, and I hope you haven't forgot just some plain old common sense. Common sense, I think, is something that what's needed in the world. You may wonder, why is this person coming to this gleeful celebration on a high academic standard talking about common sense? Much of what you hear me say in my few minutes is going to be related to common sense. But I've come to the conclusion that common sense is no longer all that what? Common. Matter of fact, it reminds me of a story of a gentleman, and this gentleman had a problem with tremendous headaches. He had terrible migraine headaches all the time, and he went to doctors, he went to neurologists trying to figure out what was wrong and what was causing him to have these headaches. So after so much pain, after so much suffering, he just decided that I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up and quit and die. He said, but at my funeral, one thing I want that I've never had. He said, I want to be buried in a tailor-made suit. So he went to the tailor, and the tailor was measuring him, measured his arms, measured his waist. The tailor measured his neck. And he said, well, you don't have to measure my neck. I know I buy my own shirts. He said, I wear a size 17 neck. He said, no, you don't. Your neck is a size 19. If you wear a size 17 neck, it could cause you to have terrible headaches. Common sense is not all that common. I wish I could be here today, and I wish I could talk just about all the accolades, and I wish I could talk about that gold at the end of the rainbow, that pot of gold, those wonderful careers that I know that you're going to have. I wish I could talk about that during this special occasion. But then you are masters of your education. With that comes a certain responsibility. The fact of the matter is, I can be complimentary and motivational and encourage you to do what I know you're already going to do as far as being successful, or I can just be real with you today. So for a few minutes, I want to do that because you are graduating at a very, very unusual time. You are graduating at a time where COVID-19 has taken well over 1 million lives. And you know what? It's still here. COVID-19 has changed the way we operate, we do things, the way we love, the way we hug. It's changed our whole system of how we conduct ourselves. And we still have to be as careful as ever. So we know that added to those things that you had to overcome to get to this day. Now we're in this new norm, so to speak. But not only COVID-19, you are graduating today when we are in the midst of a war. The war in Ukraine against Russia has drawn the United States in much further than we ever wanted to be. We've had to provide resources, we had to provide equipment. And eventually this war is really going to devastate certain parts of our military, deplete certain parts of our military. And also, because of this war, it has caused inflation to be at an all-time high. Gas prices seem to be going up every week. And when gas goes up, the ripple effect is that causes everything else to go up. It hurts everybody. You can feel it now when you go to do simple things you used to do, to buy groceries, to pick up a few things from the store. You notice that you are paying more. The sad reality is that just because inflation is there doesn't mean we have more to spend. It's gotten so bad, Toby, that the Dollar Tree is now the $1.25 tree. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You are graduating graduates at a time where young people are confused, more confused than ever before. Some of you are here and been around long enough to remember an HBO special called Banging in Little Rock. I talked the other day to a good friend of mine named Mr. Jackson, and he was featured on that special. He was the head of the Crips organization, and he turned his life completely around after serving several years and being incarcerated, and now he gives up his time to trying to reach out to young people to help them turn their lives around. But even when talking to LaFell, I asked him, I said, LaFell, what's going on with these young people today? And how do these young people relate to when we had the devastating situation and we had gangs everywhere and it was banging in Little Rock? LaFell told me that said, these young people today make us look like Boy Scouts. Because they have things that we do not have. They have the internet. Most of everything they do is started in social media. Then it's carried out somewhere else. Many of our young people need help. I'm not through. Now, you know, I got some poetry. If y'all want to hear some poetry, I got some poetry. But if you want to be real, I want to be real with you here today. There have been bomb threats all across this country at HBCU colleges. My son attends Xavier College in New Orleans. We were there for a meeting, me and my wife, and everything was shut down and we had to be ushered off campus because of bomb threats. You are graduating young people today in the midst of rapid and senseless violence. If you look at what happened in Buffalo, where African Americans were killed in the supermarket, and I don't have to tell you what happened recently in Texas with children, with innocent children. With all of that said, there's also the fact that not only do you have COVID, not only do you have a war, not only do you have inflation, but race relations in our country today is as bad as it was during the civil rights movement. If you believe me, say amen. And it's unthinkable. For years and years, and all of my time in the legislature, in the Senate, and in the House, we pleaded and pleaded with other leaders, especially here in Arkansas, but any opportunity I had, especially with the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission, is to try and get people, let's spend time, let's have dialogue, let's deal with these race relation issues. If we don't, they will come back to haunt us. I can remember when I was a little boy, I grew up right across the bridge in a place called Shorter Garden. I see my friend Dale Ross here, one of my mentors growing up, made sure nothing would happen to me and other young people in our community. But one of the things I remember growing up in Shorter Garden, I was about in the 4th or 5th grade and product of a single parent household, and my mother would tell me every day, before I get off work and get home, you better have your room cleaned up. So as a little boy, was pretty much raising himself during the day. Did I go right in there and clean my room up? No. I played and went over to Sherman Park and played basketball. Like clockwork, every day she would get home at 4:30. And I would mess around until about 4:15, run home, get all of my dirty clothes, and I would stuff them under the bed. You see, when she came home, the room appeared to be clean, but in fact, it was dirty as ever. And you can only stuff so much under the bed until something gives. And that's what we've done in this country as far as race relations. We just stuff it under the bed and say everything is all right until something happens, until there's a George Floyd, till there's a Kayvon, and the many other people you've heard has been the subject of racial attacks and police brutality. I wish today that when you get your degree, I wish we could give you a degree and a mop, because there's a lot of mess for you to help us clean up. So we congratulate you, we honor you, but I have to be real with you. We also need you. We need leaders. We need leaders in our society today. We need leaders in our community today. What happened during a time where you had leaders who looked out for each other, who looked down the street? We need more nosy people like we used to have, that knew what was going on before it even happened. We need you as young people. You know, it was a time where there used to be a saying that people often said, well, you know, the problem is with what we have going on today, that there are too many chiefs and not enough what? Indians. I never thought I would live to see the day where there are too many Indians and not enough chiefs. There are opportunity open for leaders in our community. I know you're going to do well in your professional lives. I know you're going to go to the next level because you've mastered your education. But always try to take time to give back. Always try to take time to help those who are less fortunate. We need leaders in our community today. We need leaders who understand the issues in our community and how we can be helped. Let me end with, I think, was the number one issue. Out of all of those issues, the number one issue that have taken things to another level where most of us thought they would never go. You remember the time when we used to have conspiracy theories about, oh, this is so terrible, this is a conspiracy theory. Well, we don't need conspiracy theories anymore, because what happens for real is worse than some of the theories. So we need leaders who are not afraid to stand up, who are not afraid to hold up the bloodstained banner. I'm glad we're here in this church today. But the number one issue, I think, that is hurting our society today, the fastest growing population in our country today are haters. That's the fastest growing population. We just now don't disagree, we disengage. We just don't try to go out and win. We try to go out and conquer. We just don't compete. We try to destroy. That's the mentality that we have. Haters are everywhere. But I can tell you, young people, I know a little bit about haters. You have your master's degrees, but I have a PhD in hater degree. The one thing I want you to think about when you run into haters, because the higher you go, the more they're going to hate. You thought you had haters when you just had your bachelor degree. You wait till everybody finds out you have your master's degree. The number one thing that you can do to overcome the haters is keep working. Stay focused. Stay focused. Keep working. And whatever you do, I want you to remember John 12 and 32. And I think that's the reason we have the problems we have today. We forgot about John 12 and 32 because that says, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. If we just go back to lifting him up, he will take care of a lot of our problems. We serve, we do everything that we can do, but don't forget to lift him up. Thank you. God bless you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Neandra Rhodes, and all right now. And I am the director for the Little Rock area campuses. Again, we would like to thank Mr. Steele for your inspiring words. Webster University would like to present to you this small token of our appreciation.
That really ain't small. Don't come in this big box, it really ain't small.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Come on, Tony. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We would also like to take this time to recognize our very own Dr. Malcolm Glover for receiving the William T. Kemper Award for Excellence in Teaching. Nominations for this award were received from all campuses. This is the first time, do you hear me? The first time that our very own faculty has received this award. Again, Dr. Malcolm Glover, will you please come to the stage?
One more. I need to be in some photos, right? All them boxes all day.
And last but not least, we have another outstanding staff member. Mr. Mark Shannon has been named the Outstanding Staff Advisor for 2022. Let's give him a round of applause.
Ready for these photos.
Let's give it up for our speaker and also our faculty and our advisor. We are definitely doing something right at Webster University.
Good afternoon. We have now come to the part of the program that you have all been waiting for. For the presentation of congratulatory letters, will the candidates for the Master of Arts degree please stand? Please come forward. Tavarshie D. Hampton, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Kiera A. Russell, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Willie L. Sanders Sr., Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Amanda Shepard, honor graduate, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Maurice D. Tatum, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. LaPortia Moore Thomas, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Tyrelisa Whitby, honors graduate, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Lynardia Withers, Master of Arts in Human Resources Management. Rhonda Noy, Master of Arts in Legal Studies, CPT. Brianna Bishop, honor graduate, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Tykeisha L. Cross, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Yulandra Latrice Johnson, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. And she is an honor graduate. Eric Madden, honor graduate, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Fallon McCoy, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Aaliyah McShane, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Kelly N. Thomas, honor graduate, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Thank you. You may be seated. For the presentation of congratulatory letters, will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree please stand? Please come forward. Sonia Washington, honor graduate, Master of Business Administration. Thank you. For the presentation of congratulatory letters, will the candidates for the Master of Health Administration degree please stand? Please come forward. Karen Williams, Master of Health Administration. Thank you. For the presentation of congratulatory letters, will the candidates for the Master of Public Administration degree please stand? Please come forward. Tequila Wyvette Jackson, Master of Public Administration. Kawana Conley Sexton, Master of Public Administration. Thank you. For the presentation of congratulatory letters, will the candidates for a dual degree please stand? Please come forward. Letitia Portlock, Master of Business Administration and Health Administration. Lauren Elizabeth Marie Braggs, Master of Arts in Management and Leadership and Human Resources Development. Benson Joyner, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. He is also an honor graduate. Yolanda Washington Joyner, honor graduate, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Arts in Management and Leadership. Thank you.
Good afternoon again. My name is Dr. Deandra Rhodes, and I am the director for the Little Rock area campuses. At this time, would the Webster University graduates please rise? On, be- on behalf of the president, Dr. Elizabeth Strobel, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, the administration, and the board of trustees, and by the power and authority vested in me by Webster University, I hereby confer upon these candidates the appropriate master's degree with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. From this day forward, your names will forever be held in the alumni records of Webster University. You may now move your tassel from right to left. I just would like to say I'm also a little sad because I had some of these students in my class, and this is an awesome group of graduates, and they are definitely leaders, and they definitely will succeed in society today. So I am very proud of these graduates. Now, will you please turn and face the audience? These are the folks who have sacrificed and worked alongside you as you completed this phase of your education. Please give them a round of applause to show your appreciation of their dedication and effort. You may turn around. Please remain standing for the alma mater, after which closing words will be given by Ms. Jocelyn Frazier. Again, congratulations to the 2022 Webster University graduates. Thank you.
With strength and pride
So I ask that you all remain standing until the end of the recessional. I would like to thank you all for being with us today, and I'm going to just leave you with two quick quotes. And again, just saying congratulations. I know you all have worked really hard. Just hearing all those things that Mr. Tracy Steele said is going on in our world right now, it is amazing that you stayed focused, you stayed persistent, and you stayed consistent in what your goals were. So I just want to say congratulations again to all of you. You have worked really, really hard. And to the family and friends that came out to support, give them one more big round of applause. Here's the quick quote. What you get by achieving your goal is not as important as what you become by achieving your goal. You are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Don't let this be the end. Don't let this be the biggest accomplishment you do in your lives. Continue to look upward and forward and accomplish any and everything you thought you could do. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day.